The show is about to start. The show is about to start. Oh no, oh no. We got quite a crowd here already. Man, oh man. Man, oh man. Yeah. Tunes at Noon is growing. It's growing. Steve, Alistair, Kim, Alan, Blaine. Am I tired? I'm not tired. I'm not tired in the least, man. All right, we're going to start early. Let's get this thing going. Let's get this thing going. Shoo-wee, shoo-wee. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Woo-wee. All right, hey, everybody. It's time for Tunes at Noon. I need to move my lights in a little bit. I'm a little bit so dark in here. I'll move my lights in a little bit. That'll light me up. You'll be able to see me better. Got a highly talented production team here in the Fiddle Bunker. How's everybody doing? I'm doing great. I'm doing great. All right. It's time for Tunes at Noon, and we're playing tunes from the Coles 1000 Fiddle Tunes. But before I do that, I have to give you my food recommendation of the week. Last week, it was my German cookies from Aldi. This week, I don't know if they have Trader Joe's in Canada. It's a same company owns Trader Joe's that owns Aldi, but they have very different products. But I am hooked on these crispy jalapeno pieces. Oh my God. It's like those fried onions you put on green bean casserole, except it's jalapeno pieces. And they're so spicy. So what I've been putting them on, I make this, trying not to talk with my mouth full. I make this melange, if you will, of ground beef, beans, rice, a few vegetables, a can of tomatoes, cook it all up. That's not a very detailed recipe, I know. But then when it's done, it's pretty spicy already because I put a lot of stuff in it. But then I sprinkle these things on top. Oh man, that was hot. Woo, those things are great. I'm telling you right now. Yeah. And I want to be sure to come tomorrow. I'm upgrading my camera setup. I got one of these Micro Four Thirds digital SLR cameras, mirrorless cameras. It's a Panasonic G7, Lumix G7. I'm going to try to use that as my webcam tomorrow, and I hope you see a remarkable improvement in the picture. The picture's okay, but I'm trying to go better, and if I get that to work, I'm going to try to have a guest later this week if I can, and I've got 2 of those, so we'll see what happens. You know, it could be an utter and complete failure, but you never know. Hey Kim, hey John, Randy, wow, I haven't seen you in ages, man. What's going on? So yesterday, we finished up on page 91 with Jim Clark's hornpipe. Now we're into some really deep stuff here. I'm on page 92. I'm going to say the names of some tunes, but I'm not going to play them because I know I'd mess them up. But I used to play these tunes all the time. Jimmy Lynn hornpipe is a kind of a clog, B flat. Definitely worth you taking a look at. I'll woodshed these in future time. And to me, the hardest B-flat hornpipe in this book of 1,000 tunes is one called Smith's Hornpipe. And I always mention Cyril Stinnett, the old fiddler from up in northwest Missouri that I learned so many tunes from when I was coming up. And he played this and just absolutely burnt it down. I mean, like, oh my God. Smith's Hornpipe. Sounds very innocuous. Smith, one of the most common names there is. But man, Smith's Hornpipe is an amazing tune in B-flat. But I'm not going to try it because it'll be worse than the debacle of Maggie Brown's favorite we had last week. But let's see if we can play Good for the Tongue. And let's see. Check my tuning again. I picked the fiddle up out of the case and it was all over the place. The strings all fell down. It's that time of year. So, let's see here. All right. Oh, I should say one more thing before I play that tune, because I need to stop and back up a little bit. Pat told me, after they're done with the program, she listened to it in the living room while I'm playing. She said, were you on something? Like, you were playing so fast yesterday. she wants me to slow it down. So she said it was so frenetic she almost couldn't listen to it. And I guess maybe that's why. Maybe I'd had one too many Coke Zeros before the show. So I'm going to slow down a little bit here. Let's see if I can keep it slowed down. Not slow, but more human, normal tempo, you know? That's a bear, but it's a good tune. Good tune. All right, let's move on. Let's move on here. Hey, all right. Walter's here. What's going on, Walter? Have you seen that? Hey, there's a new book. I've ordered a copy of a new book. My buddy Peter Corfield, who lives in New Brunswick, has just released a book of 500 old time. What's he call it? The pre-50s, 60s and 50s, where all those albums came out. Ned Landry, whole bunch of good players from New Brunswick were really at the top of the game in Canadian fiddling in those days as far as putting out records. And so these are like tunes from the era before that. So I'm really interested to see what he's come up with. There's 500 tunes in that book. I'll put a link to it up on our Facebook page. But when I get my book in, I'll show it to you. So you won't. It's like a preview, you know. All right, let's see. Let's move on here. Let's see. Lamplighter. Let's play a little Lamplighter's hornpipe. Yeah. Cold, no snow. Okay. Well, we haven't had. We had one little snow here so far in Chicago. So. Lamplighter. There you go, Lamplighter's hornpipe. All right. Myth is common because everybody until they did something wrong and had to change their name. Oh, All right, your snow's melting in Alberta. That's unusual. But you'll get cold. You'll get plenty cold up there by the time we get to January. You'll be giving us a different report, I bet. So yeah, Lamplighter's hornpipe. There we go. Okay. All right. Hey, if you haven't had a chance yet, by the way, hit us with the like. Hit us with the like. Gotta have those likes, man. It's really moving us up. See, I already got 17 people today. The likes really make a difference because YouTube will give us more. What do they say? Present more images in the sidebar if you're looking at YouTube, or if you're scanning along. Our little thing will show up there more often. So hit us with those likes. By gosh. Champion Hornpipe. Did I used to play that? Oh yeah, I did used to play that, but I'm not gonna make you suffer through that either. When I'm done with this, I'll make a whole list of the tunes I've played or like in Cole's 1000. I've got asked to do that a few times, so this is my chance. How about a little Durang's hornpipe? There's a scholarly article was written called The Memoir of John M. Durang. And John M. Durang was a stage performer in New York City in the 1700s, sometime like the late 1700s. And the story goes, he was playing this tune, Durang's Hornpipe, which was written by a gentleman named Hofmeister. And so Durang's Hornpipe, it was written for John M. Durang by a guy named Hofmeister in New York City. Anyway, he's dancing. Apparently, he's dancing on the stage, and they had these very bright lights, footlights on the stage, which tended to blind the performers. And so he's dancing along, and he loses where the edge of the stage is, and he falls and impales himself on a spike in the orchestra pit. Why there were spikes in the orchestra pit is not explained in this story. Anyway, they lift him off, and he survives, but. Yeah, John M. Durang. He almost went to an ignominious end. But this is his tune, Durang's Hornpipe. Here we go. Durang's Hornpipe. Okay, so guests on the program. I'm going to try to have a guest every week if at all possible. And I've already confirmed that sometime during the Christmas season, our friend Mary, who's a great mandolin player, lives here in Chicago, will be on the program. So there's one. So I got to get some more guests lined up. I have so many good musicians around here, and I only offer them lunch, so that they're coming just for lunch. That's pretty amazing, I think. All right, what else? We got a lot of comments here. You guys talk amongst yourselves. I love when that happens. That's one of the things we loved about the Big Fiddle Show during the pandemic, is we'd be playing and people would just be talking to each other because they couldn't get out and visit each other. I thought that was really wonderful. So, all right, let's move on here. What do we got? Know any more of these? No? All right, let's play a little Fisher's Hornpipe in the key of F. Fisher's Hornpipe in the key of F. That's where it's written in this book, but I think a lot of people play it in D. I played it in D. I learned it in D years ago. Let's see here. All right, we're on to page 96. Let's see if I know anything on this page. Oh, the Jaunting Car. I try to play that. The Jaunting Car Hornpipe. The only recording I ever heard of that. There was a fiddler up in the down east area of the United States, New England, Boston, Tommy Dowsett or Doucet, and he made a lot of home disc recordings. And there have been a couple LPs put out, but a very famous and well-studied fiddler in New England named Frank Farrell did a book of transcriptions of Tommy's tunes. And Tommy Dowsett, D-O-U-C-E-T, Doucet, I think they might say down in Cajun country, or my friend Michael Doucet. But anyway, what an incredible fiddler. And this is the only recording I ever heard was him of this tune, Jaunting Car Hornpipe. Let's see if I can get through it. The second part's a little tough. So, especially, again, no woodshedding has been done here. Key of D, here we go. Jaunting Car Hornpipe. No, nothing's wrong. I'll look at it one time. That's right. Blow up. I'll have to study on that one. But it's a really great tune. The second part's really challenging if you haven't woodshedded it. Staten Island, let's play a little of this. Hey Ava, what's going on? Oh, that's you're a fine player, Ava. You don't have to say that. Oh, I skipped. I was going to go to Staten Island. Let's play a little Poppy Leaf in the key of G. This is intended to be either a clog or a real style hornpipe. It's just, if you want to get your G arpeggio work in, this is the tune to do that. See what happens here. Yeah, that's kind of a toughie. It's good fingering exercise if you want to learn your G arpeggios. Hey, I'm looking at 19 viewers right now. If we can just get one more, oh my gosh, we'll cross over into the 20 zone. All right, so there's a couple other tunes I play on this page here too, page 97. Yeah. Yeah, it does have a little bit of that sound of Golden Eagle, it does. They all, there's only one tune really. Everything I always say goes back to Little Brown Jug, so everything is derived from that. No, there's only so many notes, so many ways you can skin the cat, as they say. But it does have a little reminiscence of Golden Eagle, that is for sure. The Acrobat's Hornpipe, which is a clog. Let's see if I... Oh, man. Let's see. No, that's not it. That's a different tune. That's The Wonder. Let's see. No wonder I played that. Oh, come on. I'll see if I can get through it. I don't play the first part, and then I'll just tease you with the second part. Acrobat's Hornpipe. Hey, 21, man. Oh, man. Oh, no. I lost one. They don't like the Acrobat's Hornpipe, apparently. Oh, wait. Oh, well, come on. There it is. Forget it. You can see it's a tough tune, though. A lot of accidentals, some chromatic stuff. I used to could play it, but, you know, like I say, shadow of my former self. All right, let's try a little Staten Island hornpipe. That's a little more reasonable. I'm going to make this list, and I'm going to put down the ones I can't play anymore, and I'll study on them and play them for you again sometime in the future. That's a toughie, Acrobat's hornpipe. That was recorded, R.P. Christensen recorded a guy playing that named Red Williams, who was from Dallas, Texas. He recorded him in the late 50s. And I ended up with a copy of the wire recording that he put out. In fact, that's on the Missouri State Old Time Fiddlers Association Bandcamp site. If you want to go look at that, you can stream it for free. You don't have to buy it. Acrobat's Hornpipe is a great tune, man. Toughie, though. Let's try that Staten Island hornpipe. Yeah, Staten Island hornpipe. Staten Island Ferry is the best free boat ride in the world, I'd say. It's really nice. You go right out past the Statue of Liberty. It's amazing. All right, let's move on. Let's move on. Yeah, Cole's 1,000 Fiddle Tunes. Or Ryan's Mammoth Collection is the predecessor to this. All right, we're on to page 98. Let's see if I know anything here. Oh, you know what? There's a tune here called Ball and Pin Hornpipe. And let's see if I can play it. Let's see. So, Kenny Baker recorded a tune called Ball and Chain Hornpipe, which is basically this tune. So let's see if I can get through it here. It's I'll play the Kenny Baker version, but it's pretty much like what's written here. It's kind of amazing. So Ball and Pin, or I'm going to call it Ball and Chain. it's a good piece of music. Yeah, ball and chain hornpipe. It's ball and pin here in Coles, but Kenny Baker called it ball and chain. Man, go listen to that. He tore it a new one. Is that okay to say? Yeah, he tore it a new one. All right, let's move on here. I don't know anything on page 99. Let's see. Let's see. Fred Wilson's clog, or Fred Wilson's hornpipe. I think I'm used to playing that in D. I'm going to leave that alone. That's a good tune. You probably recognize it. It's pretty common. Good tune in here. And Eclipse hornpipe, I did learn. If you look at my YouTube channel, there's a recording of me playing it with my friend Bobby Nicholas, who lives out in Washington now. But we played it on the day of the eclipse in 2018, I think. There was an eclipse across the middle of Missouri. We went down, watched it. I'm not going to attempt it. I haven't played it since then. Dick Sands hornpipe. Let's play a little bit of that. Here we go. All right, we're holding on to our viewership today. I got time for one more. This is the last tune today, so come back tomorrow for more tunes from Cole's 1000 Fiddle Tunes and see if my new camera works. Maybe a flop. We'll see what happens. I'll test it before. I've been that bad habit of trying things live without testing them. I'm gonna try to stop doing that. So let's see what happens. Dick Sands. Excuse me. Key of A. That was Dick Sands hornpipe. Hey, be sure to give us a like, folks, on the way out the door. And we'll see you tomorrow at noon for Tunes at Noon. Oh, man. We got to get some more people. We're going to have some more guests on the program. I haven't got anybody lined up this week yet, but I've got some feelers out, so we'll just say that. All right. Henry Hudson looked to his left and said, "Is Staten Island?" No. Oh, my God. Terrible. Terrible. All right, be sure to share this video, folks, when we're done here. We're out of here. Bye-bye.